Hey everyone, this is Chris Bolts coming in with a look at the Witcher 4 tech demo that was just released today during Summer Games Fest. This is my first time taking a look at it. This video is from another video game content creator by the name of Enfant Terrible. If you want to watch that video, I'll link it in my description. But let's go ahead and get right off into it.
This is the technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw, and are going to see now, is running on standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
By the way, just going back for a minute right there. Let's go back for a minute right here.
Let weeds be.
They definitely did soften Ciri's features. There was a controversy going on where they were saying that Ciri, they being a lot of gamer gators and whatnot who was looking at the video, saying that she looked too manly, and it didn't bother me the first time around, but you can definitely see in her face that it is much more different than what it usually was, or what it was when she first debuted. So let's get back to it.
Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And they're also...
By the way, just another thing before we continue. This is actually to CD Projekt Red's benefit, because when they first debuted Cyberpunk 2077, they didn't do a live action tech demo of the game. Whereas with this one, they are definitely doing it. And as we mentioned before, this is all on PlayStation 5, which this actually looks phenomenal.
some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle. And the old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down
We could try that. Let's try
to
that
catch up
1460,
with
1440
Ciri.
rather. There we go. It looks a little better now. That 1080p was rough.
Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract. High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
Not her again.
Hey, not even at the Land Exeter Fair! Now, 9 days is why I present him with a fish. For the furry rascal will often wait, and the fair's wait grants good fortune.
Look at all the individual activities of the people. That's actually phenomenal. Look at it.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
Yes.
Character actions directly affect what happens around you, sometimes even setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it? Ready to
Silver, round ones, jingle in the purse.
Have cripples off in there.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You're off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. One using my wagons.
Oh,
no
I don't like
eternity
that
is taking that
Witcheress.
damn salt to
Oh my
arrive.
god.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the salt, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you.
Yeah, she looks far better than what her
No.
initial.
Kavir's
look.
smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men, quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch this is. Won't find none fresher.
Reckon me lady's after one of those.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing something more. Got mackerel cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here, even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Sweetest.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Ciri?
That was impressive.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we're doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexeter.
Onward, Kelby. With what?
We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds. We want to preserve graphics quality. And of course, we want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out, starting with rendering. If you all remember, when we released Nanite with you.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. Let's see here, because they're gonna start talking about the technology in the game. And I don't know if we're so interested in the technology, but let's see. It looks like there might be some additional stuff that we can look forward to right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward it. And once again, if you guys want to look at the video without my commentary or me skipping about, you can go ahead and I'll include the link in the description for you guys to go ahead and watch that video.
And the three biggest improvements we made are physics state creation, which now runs async, improved runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's Virna, Gyro? Oi, the devil's after him! It's running from! The builder, shield us.
I'll be flying now.
Salt. Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Dearest daughter, I've watched ye grow from a devilishly curious child into a remarkable young lass with much grace, wisdom, and kindness. Take the easy times what shape us, nay. 'Tis how we rise to face the hard times what does that for us. Ye've an heart of gold. Ye've the spirit to overcome adversities aplenty. darling. Sweeten. Today's the day ye fill out your destiny.
All right, I think we're going back to the original video that was released, but this will give us a chance to take a look at Ciri at that time. Let's go back. Let's see if we can get a better look at Ciri. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely softened her. They definitely softened her features. They definitely softened her features. She doesn't look as manly, especially from that side view right there. So they definitely changed it quite a bit. Let's go back over here. Trying to get a better look. Actually, is there a better look? Yeah, right here. Here we go. Yeah, yeah. They definitely softened her look. They softened her look tremendously. So that's a plus on their part. But those are my thoughts on this and everything. It looks really good. Looks really good. And CD Projekt Red learned their lesson from Cyberpunk 2077. No more tricky demos or tech presentations that promise something that isn't there. We actually got to see it with our own eyes. The guy was also playing with the controller. So this looks like it's going to be good things. Now, it's probably still early in development, so I wouldn't expect this game out until late 2027, early 2028 at the earliest. So, but I am excited for The Witcher again. Didn't care that she was called Witcheress though. You guys jump down in the comments, let me know what you guys think. And make sure you like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. This is Chris Bolts Gaming signing off, and I will catch you guys in the next video.